Ladies and gentlemen, we move to our penultimate bout of the evening. Would you please welcome to the cage, Hardeep Rai! And would you welcome to the cage his opponent, Charlie Boy Howard! Three-minute rounds of action for the LFC Lightweight Amateur MMA title. And your competitors in the cage in the red corner, representing Carlson Gracie, Hardeep Rai! And across the cage, his opponent in the blue corner, representing Team Howard, Charlie Boy Howard! Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Sam Amidi.
Co-main event time here tonight at Lion Fighting Championship. And it is for the lightweight MMA title out of the red corner, Hardeep Rai from Carlson Gracie team and Charlie Boy Howard in the blue from Team Howard. Hardeep Rai, a former British national team member representing his country in the IMAF World Championships. Charlie Boy Howard, the top of the heap as far as records go here in the amateur scene in the UK. So two of, without a doubt, the very best vying for the strap, and it's Ryan for the takedown. Howard trying to counter there with the front headlock position.
Rai is very explosive, and he translates that to everything in his game with his passes, his submissions attempts, and indeed his striking. Now he's on top, looking to work to a better position, but Howard did a great job of getting his legs in between him and Rai.
And Howard, a purple belt under Valner Neto. So the grappling pedigree, not just on the side of the Carlson Gacy crew, but Hardeep Rai is an animal in MMA, and it's big knee to the body from Rai. Rai looking to establish another possible choke attempt, but Howard able to recover guard here and finally catch a breath.
Rai implementing his game plan, which is always to dominate and overcome and break down his opponent, Chris. Everything he does is to break the will of the man in front of him.
And right now, Howard having to continually fight for guard recovery here. Howard turtles up, Rai controls again with that chin strap. Look at this. Howard forced to cover up, but now we'll start to see some of the kickboxing exchanges that I was personally very much looking forward to. And then again, maybe not. Rai looking for the takedown. Howard with that figure four grip. Possible Kimura counter here.
Threatening the Kimura, but Rai is doing the correct thing. He's cinched up his arms, and what he's going to try and do is lever his arm upwards to the sky to try and create almost like a reverse Kimura on his opponent down below. So he'll try to torque that shoulder up to the sky, Chris.
And Rai has crazy strength for this weight. I love his frame and figure at 70 kilograms. But Howard is a technician off his back. We've seen this kid finish multiple fights via submission, and sometimes giving up the first round or so. So Rai has got to be very, very careful and be mindful of establishing positional control at all times.
Howard is a super talented MMA fighter, very confident and athletic, and he's great off his back, Chris. He's not afraid to throw up a crazy submission. But Rai here, holding the pressure down, using it to get to mount, Chris.
And Rai raining down the ground and pound. Hardeep Rai in full mount. Charlie Howard turns away and looks to turtle up here, but Howard's been here, done that, and has fought a who's who in the MMA scene here in the UK. So Rai eager to steal that. Look at that, Howard stands up and just says, bring it on. End of round one. Rai glares at Howard and almost blows at him as if to say, I had you there. Sam the Man Immediate Charge, round two, here in the LFC.
Rai again, gauging the distance. They often use a Superman punch, Chris, to throw it to the head and use it as a fake to come into range. Looking for the outside trip, ends up on top. That is just a testament to Rai and in his game plan and his training. He's trained over at Jackson's over in Albuquerque, New Mexico, Chris, and he's just the top of his game. I mean, all eyes are on this fight. Both fighters are the peak of the amateur scene, and the winner will certainly move up to the pro realms.
And Charlie, having said this will be his last amateur fight, so Rai would love to take that as a W on his ledger. Hardeep Rai looking to stand here while Charlie Howard works open guard.
On his back now, Charlie needs to think about standing up. He can't let Rai smash past. You see there, he smashed the legs downwards with his hip and then turned around into side control. Howard needs to explode out of this position. He's looking to get his hips to the floor, maybe turn it into a single leg takedown. He's got to be careful. Rai is going to spin around to the back here. Look for the hooks, Chris.
And Rai doing the right thing of sliding his right knee in, as well as utilizing the heel of his left leg to open up the space for that hook. Rai just seems to be a step or two ahead of Howard right now, and that's the difference.
Rai utilizing everything he does, Chris. He's using it to pin and punish. He's hooked that leg, you see? As it comes around, he's going to skip straight to mount now. Rai full mount again. Howard is in trouble.
And Hardeep Rai looks to try and take this one home again. He's got the side choke set up here, Dean. And now Howard on the phone. Howard looking to counter. Rai doesn't think he's got it. He slides back into mount. Howard there with that quarter guard.
Head and arm choke attempt by Rai, but I love the way he sensed it couldn't be that tight, so he went to mount just in case. Position before submission. High level stuff.
Rai looking to impose his will again. And it certainly hasn't been one-way traffic, but it has been a dominating round again from Hardeep Rai. Charlie Howard turtles up, looks to stand up, keeps both hands planted to avoid. And look at this, Howard rolling for the knee bar. Howard looking to submit Hardeep Rai as he throws up a Hail Mary here. That looks pretty deep.
He's got the
option
Chris.
here.
That looks very tight. All he's got to do is squeeze the knees together and extend, but Rai, look, he's using the sprinter escape. He'll try and turn and force his leg out, but now driving his weight into Howard. Very smart decision by Rai. He was in danger, but he didn't panic. He's now looking to kick his leg out.
That was a slick setup there from Charlie Boy. Rai gets out of there very wisely, stands up and walks off. And Rai says, what? He says, what? What have you got for me? One more time, psychological warfare there from Hardeep Rai at the buzzer. So we'll see how that goes down here. It's all on the line here tonight at 70 kilograms for the belt here in the Lion Fighting Championship. It's the co-main event. Chris Hoekstra calling it all night long, live worldwide on the stream here, alongside Dean Midhat for the proceedings. Rai with a kick. Howard looking to unload with bombs. Howard says, let's go, but what he wants to avoid is the clinch. Nicely done. Howard pushes away. Howard goes 360. Rai looking patient here on the outside. Nice Brazilian there from Rai. Rai goes 360 degrees.
Rai now looking for the takedown again, gets it with ease, establishes the double underhooks, Chris, and turns that corner, utilizing his head beautifully and up against the cage. You see, he's pressuring now. He's overcoming Howard's base and keeping him where he wants to be. He might look round, see his left arm's over the back of the belly. That serves as control. And when Howard gets up, he'll just kick the leg away to scoot him back down to the ground. Absolute dominant control from Hardeep Rai.
A clinic from Hardeep Rai here and how to shut a dangerous submission fighter and also a dangerous striker when he wants to. And Charlie Boy Howard down. Look at this though, Howard looking for the dump here.
If Howard can kick away that right leg of Rai, he can get the takedown. If not just for points, but needs to start thinking about doing something decisive, Chris. At the moment, he's biding Hardeep time. He's looking for the switch as Rai. He's gonna look to put his arm on the inside and pull and switch that position round.
Excellent wrestling exchange from Rai and Howard. Howard able to get the better and get on top. This is a great chance here for Howard. You got the Charlie Boy Howard army here going bananas, but Rai has played a textbook game plan.
Rai now, he'll look to stuff the head and walk up against that mat. He'll put an arm down and he'll try and stand up, but Charlie threatening the guillotine. Difficult to finish from that position, and of course we know he doesn't want to end up on top. He wants to do it from the mount, but Hardeep Rai's back is against the cage, so it's difficult to make him flat. He needs to scoot round, but he goes to the back beautifully to see if he's got two hooks. Just one hook, Chris. He needs to get that left hook in.
Not a lot of time within which to work, but Howard has got to go for it here. Howard pressing the finish. Howard with one hook in. Rai trying to tuck his chin. Howard would like to get that palm behind the shoulder to increase the pressure on the neck of Rai.
Howard needs to lift that head up of Rai. He needs to feed those arms in, almost like waves, and lever the chin up to sink that choke in. Rai is very savvy with his technical defense, but this looks tight, Chris.
Charlie Boy Howard going to work here for the submission. Hardeep Rai looks to defend and roll away. Rai fighting here. Howard looking for something, seconds to go.
Howard is squeezing for this win, Chris.
And that is it. We go the distance here tonight in the LFC. Charlie Howard and Hardeep Rai both walk off with a victorious mantra, both with arms raised. Howard and Rai go to the judges' scorecards here tonight in Rochester.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a scrap. Let's hear it for both your warriors in the cage. Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard rounds of action, our judges have a unanimous decision. The lightweight title belt goes around the waist of the man from the red corner, Hardeep Rai.
Yeah. 1, 2. Check me out right here, y'all.
Yo, the sun don't shine forever, but as long as it's here.
All right, I'm here with the champ, Hardeep Rai. Hardeep, congratulations. You came in here tonight on short notice, and you put in a dominating performance against one of the top names in the amateur scene. Tell us how you're feeling.
Obviously, I'm elated because I got the belt. First off, I want to say thank you to Charlie for taking this fight. Yeah, okay, I took it on 1 week's notice, but he could have said no too. So a round of applause for Charlie.
Now, you two have gained a lot of attention behind some big wins. Obviously, in your case, your performance for Team Great Britain in the IMAF series. You've been out to Team Jackson, and it seemed to me a lot of that experience helped you stay, at least for the first 2 rounds, a step ahead of Charlie.
Yeah, I just used my head. I know he's got a strong overhand right, so I kept my distance. But I closed my distance when I wanted to, and I needed to take him down. So I was keeping him away with the oblique kicks and stuff, but yeah, that's it. It's what we drew.
It was also very interesting to see you guys exchange on the ground. Obviously, Charlie, a very dangerous submission athlete. You're a Carlson Gracie guy. How did that stack up?
Yeah, well, he's definitely better than I expected on the floor. I went for my signature dart stroke a few times, and he managed to get out of that, but I just had to stay on top and not lose position.
Hardeep was an impressive performance, and indeed, a championship performance. Your final words.
First of all, I just want to say thank you to my coaches and my corner there. Thank you to my dad, my uncle, my mum. Without them, honestly, without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. They supported me from day one. Thank you to my brother and my cousin also for coming here and supporting me. Also, thank you to Carlson Gracie team. Thanks to Leo. I hope you all enjoy that fight.
Hardeep, congratulations, enjoy it. One more time, the champ, Hardeep Rai.